Sup, Ryu here for the Council Network. Welcome to the Season 2, Episode 13, A Cold Day in Hell's Kitchen, Marvel's Daredevil via Netflix episode review. If you have yet to see the episode, or any interest in the season, go check it out, please. It's great. There's some unanswered questions in this, which we'll be doing kind of like a roundtable thing between me and Mikey, probably in the next couple of days when he has time. That will lead into season 3. Like, what is that pot? You know, we do know that Elektra's in that pot now because she's dead. We didn't get Bullseye who killed her, but we know there's secret organizations everywhere. I like the fact that Nobu's in this episode yet again. You know, they're making him into a bigger character. That's cool, but he got he got dealt with. He got fucking dealt with. The scene with Elektra and Matt on the roof, obviously setting up for pretty much how it's going to play out. And can we talk about Hogarth? Like, the cameo from Jessica Jones. I wish Jessica Jones would have been, in this episode, but it's okay. Just having Hogarth, her presence of Nelson, Foggy, just basically going to her and that's the firm. I think that played itself out really, really well. Really, really nice little nod. It didn't have to be overdone. As much as I would love it, didn't have to be overdone. Karen finally writing the last piece of that. And I like that they go to pretty much who will become the executioner. He's like, yeah, I made this, weapon and whatnot. This is for you. It's like, I like how they go back to him and, he's constantly working on new stuff. I like that idea. But Punisher, man, just Punisher sitting down at the table with the paper in his hand. That's one hell of a scene. Just it's crazy. It's setting up, a bunch of stuff. And can we just talk about like just the detective? What the fuck? But obviously, I stopped myself there, so I was getting a little sidetracked to some minor things. There's a lot of build up to the final scenes of this episode, and just a lot of, well, how does this play out in the future seasons? And mainly that comes from Elektra with Black Sky in hand. And I want to know if that's going to be the cameo for Iron Fist, like, hey, this is how it's going to pan out. But it just, piece by piece, it's interesting, say the least, for that rooftop scene. I like how, Punisher comes in that last second, like, yeah, I'm here. I'm a little disappointed that they did the Elektra death without using Bullseye, because I feel Bullseye would have been a much bigger thing, but it's fine. The way it happened, it's gonna set up. Elektra's gonna remember. She's gonna be pissed when she comes back. Seeing Punisher with the skull, though, oh man, has me so excited for his own fucking series. I'm like uber excited for it. The action in this episode is top notch. This is how you end the season, but it left me wanting a lot more than just what they gave me, because my whole problem with this episode isn't the direction they took it in. It's more, it leaves me so hungry for another episode, just like more on the Elektra side of things. And it's like, we didn't get closure with it, and you're ending the season here. I hate you. I wish it was like 26 episodes for season 2, only so we can get the explainers for every little bit. But I think what they're doing is that it's going to lead into Born Again. If you read or will read the Frank Miller comic, there's certain story elements I think they're going to pull from that, and they're going to kind of infuse it with what they already set up with Elektra and whatnot. And I think that's where it's going to go. And I'm honestly excited for it, but I kind of wanted the payoff right now. It's kind of the thing. It's like, well, we gotta wait God knows how long, because we still have Defenders, and maybe she'll pop up in Iron Fist or Defenders. Who knows? But damn, Daredevil setting up the bar for the Netflix series. I like how Nobu is completely taken out by Stick. The head chop, man, the head chop. The funeral scene, I think we've had enough funeral scenes, but this happened before Arrow, so I'm letting that one go because it wouldn't be right. It's not really like a full funeral scene. It's just Stick and Matt there, for Elektra, and obviously no body because the hand has it. And they put her in a jar, and that's going to lead to even more questions. Karen starting her new role as a reporter. There's a lot of closure for everyone. Everyone's going their own direction, and Matt's on his own. and Kingpin obviously knows to some degree who he is. And I like how we see Punisher, with the CD that says Micro, basically, and then he blows up a whole fucking house with a Gatling gun. Like, he's got the Gatling gun, just walks out like a badass. I think there's a lot of story elements from Jessica Jones that will play into Punisher's story as well. Like, who are these people working from the scenes, giving these guys powers? And will that play out in, Iron Fist, or is it just gonna be more mystical? There's a lot of questions I'm led to, want to know, and I think that's part of the greatness of season 2. But at the same time, it's kind of a letdown to see the hand by Elektra, and it's like, well, what the hell is Black Sky? Only thing we really found out is that Elektra is Black Sky, and wherever Black Sky is going to be involved with her and her revival of coming back. And I think that's just going to make her a giant villain, and then she's going to have to overcome the darkness, quote unquote, to actually, become the hero that she is known for being in the comics, I guess, to a degree. I don't know Elektra's story that well, but I like how, Karen is pretty much writing the piece now, and hopefully in season 3, maybe we'll get a glance at, maybe we'll get a glance at that in the Punisher series. But Punisher's led to be, everyone thinks he's dead, so he can go do his thing. He can just go fucking blow people's faces off. The whole, like, the way they handle Elektra, it's like, oh, we're gonna give you this kick-ass armor, but you're gonna die anyway. It kind of felt like we're giving you this armor to throw you off. And I like how they had that moment, that character piece, where it's just him and her, and they're, like, well, whatever happens, happens, and it's on top of a rooftop in New York City. Kind of reminiscent of one of my favorite scenes from a movie called Ninja Turtles, just saying. But there's a lot, that I'm left wanting. I wanted a Jessica Jones, cameo. I wanted more Night Nurse. It's all good. It is what it is. We got little nods. We're going to have the Defenders soon. But I think as a whole, I'm going to have to talk about the season with Mikey and where it goes from here. But I'm giving this episode a 9 out of 10 because just the way they left it on a cliffhanger. I don't like cliffhanger endings. That's just me being me. Sorry if this review felt short. I just mainly wanted to make sure that it was done, it was finished, and I talked about the season, and we wrapped up the series. So this is the last Daredevil video outside the bonus video that's coming, and then we're going to go back into the Supergirl episodes that we missed when I had the flu and shit. So we're going to do those, and then we'll pick it up from there and decide what we'll do next. There's also the Teen Titans versus Justice League movie, and I may have Jonathan help me cover that one. So I will see you guys on the next video. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you